Alright everyone, we are heading back down to the Honey Hole Fairground site. From what we can tell, this one was only active from the 1890s till about maybe 1925. You know, and it's very little very little history on it. Only a couple sentences and a couple of books. You know, no pictures that I can find. You know, it's just like, it's not a whole lot written about it. So, but today is just me, a little solo hunt. I'm hoping we can get at least $1.50 out of this place. Last time we went, I had friends with us, or with friends with me, and we got 4 barber quarters. Probably at least close to 20 silvers. I don't know, 30 wheat pennies and maybe 15 Indians. So we know there's more there. We just got to keep going, and we'll catch you on the next hole. All right, everyone, we're gonna hopefully go digging tomorrow, but it's a beautiful day outside today. I just got home from work. I figured I'd make one more small video to include in the beginning of tomorrow's video about what I take when I'm digging. This is for anybody who's new, you know, maybe a veteran who's getting back into digging, but this is what I normally take with me. Got a pair of boots. Sometimes I have regular, you know, sneakers or whatever, depending on the weather and the field and all that. I have 2 machines. You know, it's hard to see right now. 2 machines there, a main and a backup, the Equinox 600 and the newer Xterra Pro. Both are great machines. Over here, I have the charger in the back of the car. So I'm at least charging one machine. I can charge more than one. Also have this pretty cool thing. It's a flashlight. Very nice little flashlight, but it, you know, it's rechargeable and it goes into your cigarette lighter, so it's always charged. So I thought that was pretty cool. You never know if you're hunting late at night or anything, or getting back to the car or whatever. Got a pair of gloves. Got another pair of gloves. You know, different kinds based on, you know, if it's too cold, too hot or whatever, some are cut proof or whatever. Got my little cheapy pouch here. My good pouch is inside. I don't feel like going to get it right now, but, you know, I keep one in the car just in case with, I do love these belts, quick release. Amazon, very easy to adjust. It should last pretty much forever. Usually I'll carry a multi-tool on me. This is a Leatherman. You just never know when you're going to need a multi-tool. Pinpointer, obviously. You got a brush if you know you're cleaning off your sand scoop, cleaning off your feet if you're beach hunting. And 2 shovels I normally use. One is bigger for fields and places that you don't really care about how a hole looks. And I have a smaller lesh. It's been worn down pretty good. A smaller lesh that I use for yards, parks, churches, or anywhere that, you know, requires a little bit more delicate touch and doesn't look so obtrusive. But that's pretty much what I do and what I take with me. Oh, also, one last thing, I do have like a little first aid kit in there and some bug spray. So there we have it, y'all. We will check you on the hunt tomorrow. So all I can say is that this site is ridiculous. Second signal. First one was a piece of can, so check this out. Came out of there. I mispinpointed it, so I had to go like down in there. But you see it? First signal, silver dime. Not sure what it is yet though. Let's see if we can do it together. I'll rub it too hard. Looks like a Merc. See if we can get a date and come back. Alright, there it is. It's like a 1920. No mint. But it makes sense for this time period. We have not found any Rosies, any Washingtons, or any later Mercs. Most everything's been about 1930 or earlier. So let's keep going. Alright, second somewhat desirable is the obligatory first Wheatie of the day. Pretty crusty, but pretty sure it's a wheat. Well, either way, we will keep going and hope for some gold and silver today. $50 would be great. Still out here in this wonderful, beautiful field. Got a really weird, scratchy signal down in there. This place does have a little bit of trash. Not quite as bad as the other side of the road, but you can't make that up. It's got to be some kind of quarter, probably a barber. Absolutely. clean it up and come back. All right, this one's a little bit worn out, more so than the other ones here, but it's still not bad at all. 1909. No mint mark. But that is a beautiful barber quarter, 1909. Boom, let's go. Check that out in the clod. Indian head penny, Indian head cent. We'll clean it up and come back. All right, this one was either 1903 or 1908. Pretty sure it's 1903. But, I mean, that'll clean up good with Andre's pencils later. Great coin. Let's keep going. Well, this wasn't the best signal. I almost didn't film it. But we got ourselves another Indian. Check that out. 1905, I think. Not bad condition for out of the field. You could even see a little bit of the stuff around the edge. That should hopefully clean up good with the pencils. But we're still plugging along. So we will keep going. And maybe the next one will be a silver. Don't neglect the areas like, you know, by fences and stuff where the end of the permission ends. Got another Indian. I think this one's like 1898, 1896. Another one that'll clean up pretty nice with the pencils. I mean, if we're near Indians, there's got to be more silver close by. Maybe even a seated. Let's go. Get stuck in Indian land over here. I think it's 1893 or 1898. I think it'll clean up good, but it's got a little bit of schmooze on it. But still, that's like, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 Indians for the day. So hopefully there's some silver floating around. Let's go. Well, this is a good lesson today. I was digging a hole down there. I got a nail out with the pinpointer. And I was like, well, maybe it was just falsing or ghosting or just picking up the iron. But I really thought I heard a silver dime earlier, or silver signal. Went back over everything I dumped out of the hole. And what do you know? It was a silver. So always check. Looks like another Merc. Was that like a 1919 or something? I think so. See if there's a mint market, I'll come back. Definitely 1919. Pretty decent condition. And there looks like to be an S on the back. Right there. So 1919 S. Not bad at all. Let's keep going. Still out here. It's a beautiful day. It's got to be almost 60 degrees. Got ourselves another Indian. Probably another 1890s or something. A little schmoozed up. Nastiness on there, but try to clean it when we get home. There's got to be a gold coin out here, a $50. I'm just hoping I get one today. Barber half would be great. So we'll keep going. Got something pretty deep out of there. Something a little different for the day. A little relic. Old lock. Not sure how old it is, but based on the site, early 1900s. Maybe there's a key floating around. First nickel of the day. Probably a V nickel. Nickels are pretty rough out of here, but it doesn't look like a buff. So I'm going to call it a V nickel, and maybe we'll clean it up on the wrap up. Man, hopefully there's some more silver out here. I think I got 3 for the day. All right, we might try to attempt a live dig again. What I think is a silver dime. Now, I'm going to try to do this, you know, and keep it live, but y'all bear with me with doing it with my phone. we got? Sounds like a silver dime if I've ever heard one. So let's go in with the pinpointer. There it is. Definitely looks like a silver dime. Let's grab it together. Ooh, un dime. Could be a baba or a seated. Most likely a barber at this site. Yep, it's a barber. Let's clean it up and come back. Survey says 1901 barber, no mint mark, but it's a great condition. So I'm just dropping it right back down in the hole. It is not bad at all. First barber dime of the day, so we'll keep going. That live digging is a pain in the butt, but we just popped that plug right there. And I think we have another silver. You guys see it? Right down in there. Let's pull it out together. I haven't looked at it yet. It's probably on this site, usually a barber or merc. Survey says barber. Very nice. I don't rub it too hard, but let's see what we get. 1911. No mint. 1911 barber dime. It's a beautiful thing. Let's keep going. Still out here doing our thing. Solo dig today. Another nickel down to there. Believe it's a V, but like I said earlier, this site they're pretty crusty. So we'll clean it up when we get home, but that's nickel number 2. Trying to dig these lower signals looking for gold. Believe we have another nickel right next to it. So that was the first hole, all covered up. Second hole's right there. I don't know if it was a pocket spill or what, but another nickel for sure. Try to scrub it up a bit. I just don't know, but I'm leaning toward a V again. Yeah, I don't feel like cleaning it up on film. Also, it's getting really hot today, so I took my jacket off. So if you see the red shirt, but keep going. Well, got ourselves another little coin ball. Let's see, you see the edge of it? Now this sounded more like an Indian, so we could pop it together and see. I don't know, that looks pretty small. Actually, I think that's a flat button. Let me clean it up and come back. Well, it was not a coin ball. It was a button ball. It's a flat button. It's a little early for this site, but you just never know, and I don't know. Now, my buddy last time, John, did get I think he got a flat button too. So maybe there's some older stuff here. Keep going. Seems we're stuck in nickel land. I have got a good amount of wheat pennies, but I'm not filming all of those. But looks like we have a buffalo. Man, it's a crusty one. Where is the gold? Where is the gold? So we'll keep going. Maybe a gold will pop up. Still putzing along on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Back in Indian land. I believe it's a 1904. Can't see much else till I get home and clean it. Back is pretty wiped, or pretty kicked up with mud or dirt. So yeah, another Indian. I'll keep going. All right, we were talking about gold today. Well, I got something gold plated. So the last time I was here, I also got a plated ring. This one's a little bit better, but when you see that pop out of the hole, you know, that just has you going, gold plated. But the cool thing is on the front of it, if I can flip it over, all right, that's hard to see, with the light out here, but it says 1928. The 19's on the top, 28's on the bottom, and it says Harry across the middle. Harry could be the guy's name. So 1928, so we're looking at almost 100 years old. Just wish it was solid gold, and I wish it was the whole ring. So maybe there's a real one out here. Sweet find, though. Let's keep going. All right, some kind of, I'm guessing, horse tack or piece of something. I have no idea. They did do harness racing here, and it was an old fair, so could be from that. Tell you one thing, that sounded pretty good. On to the next. All right, we might try this live day again. I got another silver dime sound. Sounds pretty shallow. So we'll try to do this with the one hand. Put my shovel in, then I'll move the machine. All right, let's see what we got. Still out, mixed in with some iron. So we'll do the pinpointer, see where we're at. There it is. Oh, another focuses. Let me get my other camera going. Un dime. Come on, be a seated one time. Looks like another barber. Let's clean it up and come back. That's a pretty one. 1910. No mint mark, but a lot of meat on that one. A lot of meat left. And it's a beautiful coin. Let's go. Back to Indian land again. Came out of there. Believe it's an 1892. Not too bad under all the schmooze. But I don't have all my stuff here to try to clean it. So what to do on the wrap up? Well, it's been a while since I filmed the target. Got a couple of wheats. Nothing too crazy. It's getting hot out here today. But another interesting target for this field. Another flat button. Doesn't seem to have anything on it. If there is writing on the back, they're usually 1830s to 40s. Fully erect shank, though. So it's two flat buttons today. That means there could be large cents or even reals or older stuff out here. So keep plugging along. Well, folks, still out here. I think we got ourselves another silver. I didn't live dig this one. That's a pain in the butt sometimes, but let's see if we can find it. And actually, I sort of lost it. I don't know. I know it's... somewhere in there. Do you see it? Check that out. So we don't know what it is yet. Let's look at it together. I think that's a Merc. Usually they're early ones out here. Oh, that's pretty. Let's knock the rest of the dirt off and we'll come back. Tried to spray it off. Believe it's 20 or 29. 1920 or 29. I don't see a mint, but I don't know. Fairly good condition. Silver dime. This has been like almost a field of dreams, so we'll keep at it. Still out here doing what we can do. Got some kind of aluminum tag. It could be a dog tag or dog license, but it's pretty crusty. Definitely had some kind of little hole at the top. 332 on it or something. I'll clean it up when we get home. It's been a while since I last filmed. The usual couple more wheats and random trash and brass bits and aluminum flashing. Down there, I did get this though. That looks like another silver dime. Let's clean it up and come back. Well, here it is cleaned up. Now that's a beautiful coin. 1926 Merc. Might be AU details on that. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Looks like full bands. No mint mark. Beautiful coin. Get better in the light. I think that makes number 8 silvers for the day, so we might try a new side or head home. But it's been a great day. Let's keep going. Well, earlier we were joking about finding the key to that lock. This might be a piece of a skeleton key, but who knows? It could be junk. That's what it looks like. It sort of looks like the end of a skeleton key. Could very well be a piece of junk, though. So, still pretty cool. Keep going. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Looks like I got like a bad case of pink eye or something going on, so I'm taking some medicine for that. But let's do the wrap up from this hunt. All right, let's take a look at everything. There's everything from today, minus the trash I threw away. Start with the lock. Got an old lock. Not sure how old it is, but like I said, the fairground goes back to the 1890s or so. Pretty cool. Possible piece of a skeleton key. Not entirely sure, but it looks good to me. I'll say it's one. Got on a mess of wheat, so it's probably another 10 or 15 there. We have 3 vehicles. One looks like a 1902. The other ones, I'm not quite sure what they are. It's a little rough. Definitely a 1902. That one might be like a 1908 or 9. I don't know. You got one buffalo, pretty crusty. One little horse piece. The tag I could never really figure out. It's way too crusty and gross. I did get on, how many is that? 7 Indians. So we got 1892, 1905, 1898, 1903. That one looks to be, I think, 1904. The middle one, I think, is another 1898 or 1893. And there's an 1894 right there. 7 Indians, not bad at all. This was pretty cool and a heartbreaker. It's a plated, gold-plated ring. It says 1928 on it. It says the name Harry. But that looks, I mean, it looked amazing when it came up. So, 1928. We also got on 2 flat buttons. That's a little, not really belong to the site, time-wise, I mean. You know, it could be from an old home site nearby or whatever. Those are 1830s or 40s. And the star of the show for sure would be 8 silvers. We got a 1909 barber quarter. Nothing, no mint mark or whatever. 1910 barber dime, 1911 barber dime, 1920 Merc, 1901 barber, 1919 S Merc, another 1920, I think. Let's see. Yeah, another 1920 Merc. This was actually in great condition. That's 1926 Merc. Where is it? Yeah, right there, 1926. So there's everything right there. It is a great day out in the fields. You know, can't go wrong with 8 silvers, 7 Indians, a bunch of wheats, and some nickels. So please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next hunt.